I'm just sitting here in this mess because I just did the thumbnail. Hey friend, and welcome to the declutter episode of the LEAVElogs. Since starting my studies, I had to stay pretty minimalistic due to a move every 3 months. And now that I live here for 2.5 years, I started to clutter stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, but now that I'm preparing for my trip around the world, I thought it's time to declutter again. Of course, I could move everything back to my mom's place, but to be honest, first, it's just a lot, and second, I really don't want to deal with the mess whenever I'm coming back. Because I've had this one time when I went to Thailand for 4 weeks with a backpack. I came back and literally started crying when I saw the amount of clothes I had in my closet. And I ended up throwing away 2 big bags of clothes because I just couldn't handle it, and I want to avoid that. So in the past I wasn't really the best of getting rid of stuff, except for the crying and being overwhelmed thing, you know. So I thought I'd come up with a challenge because I love challenges. And this challenge is the 100 things challenge. So before we start this challenge, I have a few little disclaimers just to be clear from the beginning. You may know this challenge from minimalists who only own 100 things in order to stay as minimalistic as possible. So gotta say, I don't want to just own 100 things, even though I really want to be that minimalistic. I just know I'm not. So this method for me is really about finding the 100 things that spark the most joy. I use every day in everyday life. I really enjoy using them. And then it's easier for me to get rid of all the rest because there is a reason they didn't make it to the list in the first place, right? Also, underwear and socks are not part of it, as well as memories, because to be honest, I'm not ready to get rid of my 2 boxes full of memories yet. Also, 100 things seems a bit overwhelming for me as well. You see a pattern here. So I separated the 100 things into 10 times 10 in order to make it easier for me to choose the items I truly want. Another disclaimer, I can switch around the items within the categories because I made that plan up before and I don't know if it works out. Most of the stuff is basically clothes. So I separated it into 10 tops, 10 bottoms, 10 outdoor stuff / shoes, and 10 miscellaneous clothes, whatever. Then I have 10 items of cosmetics or toiletries, 10 items of gear, 10 items of kitchen stuff, 10 books, and 10 decor items, 10 items of miscellaneous stuff, whatever's coming up. I thought we're gonna split up the video into 2 videos because it could be a lot. I don't want to overwhelm you with all the decluttering because it's already pretty overwhelming for me. So first, I'm gonna pick out the 100 things that I value most, spark the most joy, whatever. Then we're gonna see what's left and hopefully declutter so much that the move back into my mom's apartment will be super smooth and it will all fit into my mom's small car. Are you ready to declutter? So we are starting with clothes. I took everything out and tried the Marie Kondo question of asking myself, does this spark joy? Do I feel good wearing it? And whenever my feeling wasn't screaming, oh yes, I put it on the maybe or sell heap. And that's basically how I went with everything. So now be prepared for the worst clothing haul you've ever seen. Jeans, bikinis, swimsuits. Then I went on with my jackets and continued with my shoes. And I tried to have a bit of fun with it. For my outdoor stuff, I kept my trail run shoes because they are both for cities, but I can also do hikes with them. I have my winter boots, my Chelsea boots, and some pair of flip-flops. And actually I don't pick any miscellaneous clothes, which means I have 10 more items for the rest of my stuff. My gear was a bit tricky, and here my disclaimer was helpful because 10 items was by far not enough. I upgraded to 20. Also, I cheated a bit on the charger. They just belong to the items, you know. My laptop, my GoPro, my phone, of course, my camera, my drone, Peaches. Then I have 2 lenses, a small tripod and a bigger one. I didn't think the bigger one was necessary until I started recording YouTube videos at home, because it's just so much easier to just put the big tripod somewhere and you can basically film wherever in different heights. Then of course my microphone, you hear this super crisp sound all the time now. My AirPods Pro, basically the only Apple product I ever owned and maybe own. Then I have some portable lights, my power bank, my external hard drive, my camera bag, which I absolutely adore, my new incoming organizing set. It's really practical because I always have my SD cards thrown away everywhere and now everything is super nice and organized. I have an external webcam because I don't know why, but the webcam of my laptop is on the bottom of the screen. No idea why somebody would do that, but it's really annoying while video calling. So I bought the old one of my mom. Super new in is my drawing pad. As you may have seen on my Instagram, I tried out digital portraits and I love it, really. And I also want to get into portrait retouching, so it will be a total benefit for that as well. Afterwards, I went on with my toiletries. Let's just say it was a total mess. But those are the items I really can miss on a daily basis, or let's say post-corona life, because at the moment I don't really wear makeup besides mascara. For my cosmetic and toiletries, I needed way more than just 10 pieces. Kitchen stuff was really simple. If we agree it's only about machines and that kind of stuff, food doesn't count. So it's gonna be a lot less than 10 items here. Which is basically my mixer. I love it because it can also cut down the greens for green smoothies. Then I have, which is part of my region where I come from, a double glass, which is basically 0.5 liters fill in there, and I love it. I always have one with me wherever I'm moving. Like a melting pot for chocolate. I just love baking, which is also why I put these forms for small cakes in there. I always need a cup because I love drinking tea a lot. I don't drink coffee really, so I always drink tea and always have a cup with me. So this one here is basically a gift from my old colleagues, and I'm super happy about it because I can bring it on my travels and have tea there as well. So next category is books. I always have a notebook with me because sometimes I just have to write down all my thoughts. 2 books I wrote about my Thailand trip and my Interrail trip to always remind me of the adventures I had there. Then I always have 1 current reading book. I started this habit this year and just keep some to inspire me on a daily basis. I also put my ebook reader here because I want to bring it on my travels, which will be my current reading book then. My 6-minute diary, which was a gift from a friend. I try to do that more regularly now. The 4-hour work week to always remind me where I'm heading. It's a DVD from a book I bought, which is called like 6-Hour World Trip, the greatest gap in your initially. My biggest inspiration when it comes to travel, Nick Martin. Also this friend's book, which I got from my cousin for Christmas, and it's like the best friend's book you could have because there are super many amazing questions in there. Oh wow, Ich habe mich nicht mehr an meinen Plan gehalten. So, moving on to Decor. For Decor, I thought it wasn't that much, but turns out there are some items that just make me super happy when they are around. So, one of the most important things is my light wall in a way. It just makes my whole room feel so cozy and I love it. Then I have my calendar, which is Spirits of the Month by one of my favorite YouTubers. Then I have this small globe, which I love, and it just inspires me to go traveling. Same goes for my scrap map. It's always such a nice feeling to scrap more, and when I look at it, I'm like, I haven't been anywhere, so I definitely gotta make this trip work. My turtle necklace, I got this one in Koh, and this just connects a lot of beautiful memories to me. I have my gin tonic and Coca-Cola sign because I love those beverages. I have one representative candle. I love candles. I like to light my whole room with a lot of candles in winter especially. And then I have my diffuser. For the time I don't use my candles, I can just put in like all the oils in there and my room just smells so good. And for Miscelleneous, not that much, but they do keep me happy. I have like my beddings for winter and summer because I need them. I have my cozy blanket because I basically can't sleep without it in winter. I love it. Even though I'm super cold, I slip under it and I feel so warm. Then of course I have it here all the time, my backpack. Probably one of the most important pieces I have and I love it. It's super small but still so much fits in there, and that's basically the bag I'm gonna bring for my trip around the world. Then I have this necklace. I love it. I wear it 24/7. I never put it off. My passport, of course, most important piece. But I also always make a photo book about my last year where I put like all the basic events in, and you will see even 2020 so much happened. Then I also have my yoga mat and this game called Vertilis, which is basically to get to know your beloved ones a bit better, take time and just read through it. So those were my 100 items of my 100 things challenge. I'm just sitting here in this mess because I just did the thumbnail. Choosing the 100 things was definitely the easier part of decluttering. The real overwhelming stuff will be in my upcoming video. So if you want to see the misery, make sure to check it out. So yeah, I really hope you liked this video. Let me know down there if you could survive with only 100 things and what is your favorite piece you wouldn't want to miss in the world. And you could also give this video a like or subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. So until next time, stay tuned, stay curious and stay creative, my friend.